Thank you.
All right, well, nice to see you guys.
Did you want to get Vice President? There we go.
Can I go with just alone?
Very good. Dad's going to stand pretty close. So.
This is a long day, a lot of walking. That's right, everybody. Don't tell me what you have to. Lucky man. Lucky man.
He's having fun. Thank you, sir.
No serious guys here, 30 years.
Everybody else is looking forward to it.
Grandpa's one of those guys.
That's nice of you to
No, I'm not saying it. He knows I knew it. You remember what I told you last time I saw you? Do you remember what I told you? No, not smile. No date till you're 30. Okay, here we go. Well, let's get the senator in here.
First of all, let me say thanks a lot. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I don't know if you know it or not. Some of you do, some of you don't. Former head of the FBI, Los Angeles, California, retired in 1979, March. And shortly after my retirement, I was asked to investigate the Jeffrey R. McDonald case as a private investigator. So I asked myself, now what's going on here? And over the years, I started gathering material until about 2 years ago. Up until about 2 years ago, I kept saying there's a loose-knit network operating in this country involving drugs, pedophilia, pornography, prostitution, corruption, et cetera, et cetera. 2 years ago, from my research, I'm convinced it's much more serious than that. It's more than a loose-knit network. It is a conspiracy. And you know how the news media comes after us when we use the word C, conspiracy, that C word. Well, they can come after me all they like, because I guarantee you right here and now, we do have a conspiracy, and I'm going to prove it to you here today. Now, one of the things that convinced me and really got me started in this regard, by the way, this conspiracy involves pornography, drugs, corruption, involves pedophilia, involves organized child kidnapping rings, the finders out of Washington, D.C., CIA cover, covert operation, involved in the international trafficking of children, terrorism, bank accounts, and the word, and it goes on and on. By the way, I strongly urge you to go to my booth after this lecture and get my research, my book and my research on missing children. We're going to go into that a little bit in the lecture. But my missing children lecture documents that the finders, an organization in Washington, D.C., this CIA front. It's a covert operation. They're involved in the international trafficking of children. And I have a U.S. Customs report, official U.S. Customs report, in my book on the missing children. So I urge you to get it. It's only $10. Now, if you buy any of my products, any of my research, I beg of you, I don't want you to buy it unless you make a half a dozen copies and send it to your friends, okay? The name of the game with me is not copyright. I could care less about copyright. The name of the game is education, education, education. We need to know what's going on in this country today. So anything, any of my research that you buy, please make copies and get them out to your friends. That's what it's all about. After one of my lectures,
As a baby, I was raised by a psychopathic mother. And, you know, we're all born the same. We're completely cute, innocent, sweet. And we need that reflection of ourselves as little human beings to live. And I was not receiving that from my mother, but there was a caretaker who did give me that. And I remember very strongly, she wrapped me against her body with makeshift wraps. It was before we all held our babies in front of us. Now, she was there in the first 3 years. My mother then sold me, when I was 6, to a group of psychopaths. They were very well organized psychopaths. They were not just in Belgium, there were men from all over the world. And I found out much later that many of these men had very visible places on the world stage. They were world leaders, politicians, leaders of countries. And then there were those who controlled the world leaders together in this club. And they performed the darkest things imaginable. And I experienced and witnessed this from the age of 6 to 11, when I was rescued from someone from the inside.
And what did they do to you?
They do sex. They touch each other. They touch me and go, they have plastic quillies. And they stick it in our bottom.
Who does? Who sticks it in your bottom?
Social services. Everybody does. All of them.
Who?
Everybody.
Does your mother do it?
No.
Do I do it?
No.
Who does it then?
Papa, Mrs. Holding, the school.
Parents.
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Tell me.